Happy Monday! Happy Monday! Wow, back for more. We have our kids working on collective, a collective drawing on the pavement here, and so we're moving forward on the scene. For those who are new, this tutorial I do on a daily basis through the week is a part of a film that I'm working on, and basically the idea here is that I'm bringing you all in on it so that you can see how I work on it as I work on it in the event that you are doing your own animation. So if it is any help to you making your own film, then I would hope that would be the case. So, all right. So what we have here is we've got 3 drawings on 4, so it's a looks like a 12 frame cycle, which is good. And I think the speed isn't too bad actually. So I think what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and mix some in betweens here. So let's see, we'll go up here and we'll go split halfway. Let's see, I think that's what I want to do. No, actually, you know what I want to do? Let me undo that. Let me duplicate split halfway. Reason being is the only thing that's really moving here is their arms, really. So if I do a duplicate split, so let's see, yeah, then let's see, let me take, that's at 49%, let me take it down a little further. Or maybe we'll just take it, let's see, you know what, let's take it down to 0 so we can see the difference between the drawings. So should be able to grab the arms on each one of these and move it just ever so a little bit. In fact, I can, because I know I pivoted them, so that should work. Yeah. So ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that's right. All right, so then I should be able to go in here and let's make this bigger so I can see what I'm doing better. All right. So, yeah, there we go. All right, so let's see. Lenny is going, he's here, and then he's going to be here. So on the in-between, we'll grab his arm, select tool, move it to pivot so that we can pivot his arm for the in-between. Okay. And then we'll step frame it. 1, 2, 3. That looks good. Okay. And we'll go over here to Jason. And let's see. Yeah. So we'll grab Jason's arm. Let's see what's happening with Jason. We're going 1, 2. Oh, it's going out. So, all right. So we'll grab the in-between drawing there. Put the pivot down here where his shoulder is. And then we'll, oops. Got to grab it. Moving the pivot to where the shoulder is so that when you do pivot, you see it's moving just in the same direction that the shoulder, the arm would move on the shoulder. So there we go. Okay, and then we go. It's going from there to there. So his arm is kind of coming out. Grab this arm. And we want to move it out just a bit. So let's say 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks right. All right, so then we make the adjustment on the arm and the sleeve here. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we're going from here to here. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll split, duplicate, split. So now we're here. Then we're going to go to here, you see. So now, same idea. Let's see. So we're going from, we have to look and see what we're doing. So we're going from this frame here to this frame. All right, so I'm going to start, well, yeah, this frame, oh wait, hold up, this frame, yeah, okay, this frame to this frame. All right, so that means that this frame is the one that we're doing. So let's see, with Nora, let's see, we're there, and then we're there. All right, so Nora's hand is coming back. All right, so then that means we need to grab her hand primarily and move it up because it's moving back. And I think we'll have to adjust her arm. Erase the arm. Because see the arm, she's kind of pulling her hand back towards her. So let's see if I'm right about that. She's there, and then she's there. Yeah, that's right. All right, so then on Lenny, he's going from there to there. So he's pulling his arm back, same thing. So technically what I can just do here is erase, since it's just going to be his arm coming back, let me just erase this arm on the in-between, because we're going to have to shift it, and we're going to have to change it anyway. Grab the hand and move it so that it's halfway in between there. And then we can in between the arm and the sleeve. So you can kind of see, when you're looking at your in-betweens on the program, the green represents the drawing you're headed to, and the black, of course, represents the drawing that you're coming from. So he's there, there, and there. All right. Now Jason, let's see. Jason is there, and then he's going to be there. So his hand is going up. Yeah, so he's going, let's see, let me get that right. Oh, wait. Well, we got to, so ding, ding. Now that's going to hook back into 1. So, all right. So if we do a split halfway on this, a duplicate split, this is a little different because we're doing another in between from here to here. So let's see. All right. So with Nora, if we're going from there to there, she's still pulling her arm back for this in between here. So we'll have to erase the arm again because it's going to be bending, pulling her hand back. Right? And we'll grab the hand and push it into the in-between position there, and then in between the arm. So the arm is pulling her hand back, you see. So you're going here to there, right? Now, okay, so then we look at Lenny. Lenny is, arm is there, and it's gonna go back to here, but this drawing here has to be the in-between. So we're going to erase the arm again, because it looks like he's still pulling his arm back. So we'll grab this hand there, move it to its in-between position, and then finish off an in-between on the arm and the sleeve, because we can see that difference on the on the drawing. So he's here, and back to here, and then back to there. And this is going to work back into drawing number 1. So we're probably going to need another, yeah, we need a drawing to get back to number 1. All right, so then now we'll go to Jason. So Jason's going to go, arm's going to go from there to there. So we'll click on the in-between drawing. So similar thing, we need to erase everything except the hand, or I mean the arm. Yeah, everything except the hand. And we're going to grab the hand and the pencil, or the thing he's drawing with, and we're going to move that back to an in-between position there, and then finish off the arm and the sleeve in the in-between position here. So then we've got, he's there, and then he's there. He's going back up. All right, now same thing with Miguel. Miguel's going from there to there. So on this in-between, similar thing, we're going to need to erase the arm. It's just the hand moving. Well, we can copy the hand, and we've copied it already. And we'll just move it to the in-between position. And then we can finish off the arm and sleeve here. So then it goes there to there to there. All right, then we're going to get back into the first drawing. So what we want to do here is we're going to copy, okay, we're going to copy the first drawing. So we're going to go over here and go duplicate after. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move this drawing to the end. So we'll use this little, there's a little thing up here in the top right, up here in the top right corner, and I don't know if it doesn't seem like it's showing it. But okay, let me see if I can highlight it here. Okay, you'll probably see just a very faint highlight, but in the very top right corner, there's 4 icons. One says delete drawing, label drawing, make cycle, edit multiple, and there's 2 icons here. One has an arrow that indicates the highlighted thing is moving in front of something, and the other one is the highlighted thing is moving behind it. That's the one we're going to click on, because what we're going to do is this drawing that we've just copied, we're going to move it to the end. So each time we click on it, you can see over here in the timeline that it's moving, so that it'll be at the end. There it is at the end. All right. So now what we need is a drawing that's going to go from this last position here that I had them at to here. So we need an in-between in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the previous drawing after. Boom. Then we're going to do the same thing we've been doing with everything else, is we're going to move the arms, because that's the only thing that's really moving here. So, like, okay, we'll start with Nora. So her hand is going from there to there. Here's our in-between drawing. We'll erase the arm, because it's going to have to change. And we'll grab the hand with the select tool and move it to a middle position here. Looks like we could tilt it a bit. Okay. And then we'll finish off the arm so that the arm is following the hand here. So if we flip this now, we're going, she's here, and then she's here. That's looking back up to the first drawing. All right, then we'll do the same thing with Lenny. So with Lenny, his arm is there, and then it's going to end up there. So in this middle position, we can see that once again, his arm is going to have to stretch upwards. So we'll erase the entire arm here, but the hand is going to stay the same. So we'll just grab the hand and move it into a middle position. Might have to do a little tilt there on it. Okay. Then we will do the in-between on the arm, get the arm in the middle here. Between our green and black lines, we'll finish off the sleeve. Okay, and then we can flip this and see how it looks. So this is that position, then that, then up. Perfect. Okay. So now we'll do the same thing with Jason next. So Jason's going to go from there to there. So on the middle drawing, we'll erase out everything. We'll erase out the arm. And it looks like, yeah, okay, so we're grabbing the hand with the select tool, and it looks like it's moving down. I think it's moving down, is that right? Ding, 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 yeah. It looks like it's kind of turning a little bit. Let's see. So it's up, then, yeah, turning as it comes down. Okay, good. All right, then, so we got the arm in the hand in the right place. Now we just got to finish off the arm and the sleeve there, and the head back. Okay, so that's right. Okay, so now we got Jason's arm moving right. All right, then in Miguel, same thing. Miguel's going from there to there. So this middle position, it looks like it's mostly just, oops, it's mostly just the hand. Well, the arm is going to have to be erased because we're going to have to we'll put it back once we get the hand in the right spot. So take the hand, move it down into a in-between position. Looks like it could turn just slightly. And then finish off the arm and the sleeve. Okay, then let's see if that's how that's working. So he's there, then he's there, then he's there. Okay. All right. And okay, so we'll play this. Now, the last frame, of course, is going to be on the screen here twice as long, and that's only because that last frame is the same as the first frame. In other words, I put that last frame down here so we can in between into it. But if I click on the last frame and I click on the first frame, you can see they're the same. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of the last frame, we'll delete it. So when we play the cycle now, it should be a little smoother. Yeah, it doesn't jerk. Let me stop that and move. Let's see, let's get this on the clear where you all can see it. Yeah. There we go. Very good, very good. All right. So I think that's going to be fine. And actually, that speed is not bad. I think that's going to work for my purposes. So, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll bring the background back up so we can see a little bit more of a sense of the finality of what the scene will be once we're all done. Hote! All right. Well, I think we'll stop here. We're at 19 minutes, so we'll be hitting up on 20 minutes here in a bit. All right, so I think our next step after this is probably just going to be cleaning it up and coloring it. But you can see how I minimize the work for myself. You know, if there's ways you can save time on a scene, you know, you want to do it. Because there isn't any reason to do more work than you should. You know, the totality of your film is a combination of everything that you put in it. I think, you know, one of the things that I've learned over the years as an animator, and particularly when I was working at Disney Studios, is the elaborations that we put into what we did were certainly appreciated by the public and by us. But when I think of telling a story, I often find that the story is only enhanced by everything that we do. I think the thing that's always kind of amazed most of us in this business is how there are certain films out there, animated films, that are not animated nearly as well as a Disney film. And yet the stories are really excellent. And so that's to say that while I'm not suggesting that you be lazy for the sake of being lazy, I'm talking about emphasizing story over technique. Um, and that's only if it's a scenario where you can afford or you can't afford to do something in a much more elaborate way. But I think you can kind of figure that out for yourself without me having to tell you. Anyways, all right, folks. Well, look, have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to thank God for the talents and the gifts that you have. Wouldn't have them without Him. All right, don't forget, Jesus is Lord.